Ich will der Allerbeste sein, wie keiner vor mir war. Oh, hey, excuse me my probably a little bit terrible German singing, but this year, 2021 that is, marks the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, and I thought after visiting Pokemon France, or you know, a region based on parts of France, or visiting Pokemon England and Hawaii, why not travel to Pokemon Germany? And that is what this video is going to be about. I thought, hey, why not have a Pokemon region based on Germany? And I think it's gonna be brilliant. But before I get into the video, feel free to follow me on my social media on Instagram and Twitter at CommanderNici, just like my channel name. And now let's get into the video. Hi, I'm editing and I noticed that I've made a mistake. Most of my head is cut off like right here in a huge part of the video, and I don't want to redo it because I don't think I would bring up the same energy and it would be such a waste. Maybe one day I'm gonna redo it, hopefully, if I find the time and energy, but just bear with me. I still think the video is pretty cool with my thoughts and stuff, so don't be too harsh if you critique it. It's the thoughts that count and not the video material. Just put it on in the background and pretend it's a podcast. That would be the best solution, but now it's really... Let's get into the video. Have fun. I hope you enjoy it. I'm really sorry for the huge mistake I made while filming. I should have checked the setup more properly, because I did something different and then didn't check if I'm in screen properly. I'm sorry. So, Germany is not big. I mean, for me it is, with like, I don't know, there's like 500 kilometers or 600, and top to bottom it's like somewhere over 1,000, but definitely not 2,000, so it's really not huge. And if you go like on size comparison sites of different regions in the world, it's like this and Texas is like this. So I think it's small enough to be almost portrayed in its entirety as a Pokemon region, so that's definitely cool. Over here is North Rhine-Westphalia, and that's actually where a lot of stuff would take place, since that's also the state where I'm from, and I also maybe know the most about. At River Rhine there's lots of castles, and I think that this would be really cool, and also like the story of Sigurd, the Dragon Slayer, takes place there, and that's actually where I would place the 8th gym. It would be a dragon type gym. Also, I would do something interesting with the industry there, since lots of German energy is produced by coal, and we had a lot of coal mines back in the days in there, and steel that was melted there, so I would combine a steel and fire gym. Like you would go into a mine shaft and fight your way up until you're in a steel factory where you fight against steel Pokemon, and you basically have two gyms back to back. Next gyms, or like depending on how you want to travel the map. I also would put a gym on the Frisian Isles, because it's really interesting with the tides. Yes, I would bring back the tides and make it even better than in the Hoenn region with just that one cave. I would put actual tide workings here, so you can move over the ground of the sea when the tide is right, and then you'd have to swim on other hours of the day. So I would put a fishing village there. Somewhere around here used to be a town, Rungholt, and it sunk during a big flood, and some say you can still hear the storm bells ring on certain moments. So I would put a ghost gym over there where Rungholt would have been, and a water type gym at the Frisian Isles. In Berlin, I would obviously put Bellum is over there. Put the Elite Four, obviously, since the building of the government looks pretty cool, and I think it would be really fitting to put a Elite Four there. Then next up is fairy tales. They're a big part of Germany with the Grimm brothers. Over here somewhere is a cool park with an interesting bridge. People who've played Spiritfarer might have actually seen it, because that pretty round bridge with the reflection closing a circle is actually based off the Ratscott Bridge in that park over there. And since I've also seen that bridge put in a fairy tale movie, I would put a fairy type gym over there. Down here in this region with lots of woods like the Blackwood Forest, and also Neuschwanstein Castle, so I would put maybe an ice type gym over there, since we've got the Alps down there, bits of it, and it would make for a good place to put an ice type gym. Did I miss something? Dragon, Fire, Steel, Water, Ghost, Fairy, Snow, Ice, and I had something else in mind. Let me check. Oh, and of course a grass type gym in the Black Forest region. So that would make up all the 8 gyms. Like, put a dragon type gym where all the dragon stories take place. Then obviously the steel and fire and steel gym back to back in the industrial region. A water gym, like maybe putting some fishing there, because that's what this region is all about, the fishing. Mostly little scampies, little crabbies. They're tasty. Then obviously the ghost type gym at Rungholt, a fairy type gym in the Azalea Park with the Ratscott Bridge. The snow and ice type in Bavaria with the Alps being down there, and the grass type in the Blackwood Forest area, so that's the gyms I thought about would be cool. And now I want to focus on Berlin and talk a little bit on what I thought of for the Elite Four. And with the Elite Four, I went with Dark type Pokemon as a little contrast to the Fairy type, since most fairy tales, wild stories for kids, and are actually kind of dark, so that's the type there. I would make the Fairy type gym leader and the Dark type Elite Four member be siblings, because there's lots of sibling focused stories in Grimm fairy tales. I think that would make for a great reference there. Next up, maybe a tiny bit controversial of a choice, but I would pick Poison in reference to the German people's favorite drug, alcohol. I would go a bit of a cliche route and make the Poison type Elite Four member the typical Bavarian with the lederhosen, and have him be a little funny. Next up, I thought psychic type, because of the witches that are told to live on the Brocken. It's somewhere around here. I don't know my own country. That's embarrassing, but there's lots of stories around witches in a certain region of Germany, and I thought the psychic type would be really great for that with all the Pokemon it has. The fourth Elite Four member, I would take an electric type, because not only is most of German's energy made of coal, but also of wind energy, and we have like this wind energy up north in the sea, or like everywhere where the land is starting to get more flat, like whenever we drive up north, me and my parents, for vacation, and we start to see the first huge fields of wind energy stuff, we know we are close to arrive, and therefore I would take electric as the fourth Elite Four member, because of the whole energy industry that we have. I mean, we're probably only famous for our cars and our beer, but yeah. And the champion, I would actually have a mixed team, maybe have a starter, or definitely a changing Pokemon depending on your starter, and then have like Pokemon from every region, like a fairy type, a grass type, water, steel, something like that. And as we're talking about Berlin, that brings me to the next point. The villain. I'd have the villain be... Well, I would do something based on environment, because we have lots of issues here with the coal industry being there, and we still have above ground coal mining, and it's actually quite horrible, because there's a whole city in danger of being relocated, because, hey, we need to get that coal, can you please move somewhere else? There was forest, I think it has been saved, like they stopped trying to dig up the coal there. And also there's a certain rich man who builds cars and also dabbles in spaceflight, and he cut down a shit ton of trees in the area of Berlin to build a factory there. You probably know who I'm talking about, but since in his story it would obviously be not him, but he would be, the villain would be based on him, and I would give him like lots of Pokemon who are kinda centered around space and energy. Like, he would have a Rotom, and I know that's like not such a strong Pokemon, but I think it just really fits his entire theme. I would give him a Deoxys and type Null, like maybe even an Ultra Beast, but I'm not sure which one. I would just channel all the evil energy into his team and have it all tech based and alien based, and it would be so cool, like to have a villain story focused on like environment stuff. And yeah, now I think I'm gonna switch over to specific Pokemon stuff, like Legendaries, Mythical Pokemon, maybe some gimmicks, so let's move there. So, for one of the mythical, or the mythical Pokemon, I would take Wolpertinger, which is some jackalope type kinda cryptid. Like, it's got parts of a rabbit, and I think it has a beak like a duck, but I'm not sure right now. But you know, a Wolpertinger would make a great mythical Pokemon. A legendary Pokemon, I would definitely make a dragon because of the Sigurd story. It would be a Lindworm, and I know it would almost look close to Rayquaza, but I don't care. That's the story here. So, yeah, that's the legendary and the mythical Pokemon. And then I would go for maybe some variants, like, I thought, why not make an Abomasnow variant without snow and it being just a regular grass type, and then also make different types of trees into Abomasnow, like oaks and birches, like not just a pine tree, which Abomasnow seems to be. Not Abomasnow. I'm thinking of a different Pokemon, but you know which I mean. I don't care, I'm not looking it up right now. I want to get this video over with because I'm excited, and I just got Pokemon Shining Diamond, the Shining Diamond, and I want to continue playing it. So yeah, other new Pokemon I would base on maybe partly fairy tales, or also fairy tale type Pokemon could be part of mythical Pokemon you can catch. Maybe they're roaming ones, like the stories travel. But new Pokemon in general I would base around German wildlife, like boars and rabbits and foxes and wolves, since they are coming to Germany, which is kind of cool. Deer, obviously. And yeah, that's about the Pokemon. Some gimmicks, I think, I would say something sport related, but we already had that so close in the region based on England, so that's almost a little too close with all the soccer themed stuff, but Germany is also known for its soccer. So I don't know. I did think about some fishing contest stuff around the Frisian Isles. I don't know, maybe bring back contests, since Hamburg has a lot of theaters and musicals, which would be cool. I would definitely love for some mechanic that would allow you to do something else besides the gym to do in the cities you visit. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm sorry that I don't have like any good picture material, but I don't want to risk any copyright stuff by showing images, because that stuff is so complicated. And yeah, so Germany as a Pokemon region could definitely work, if you ask me. We've got lots of different, and like we have got lots of different areas. We have like big cities like Berlin and Frankfurt. It's huge. Like we actually call Frankfurt Manhattan because of the River Main, and the skyline actually does look a little bit like Manhattan, and it's pretty cool. We have tides that are so extreme that you can walk over the ground of the sea to an island. I mean, I wouldn't recommend walking there because you could get lost and then drown. But you can take horse carriages to some islands, which is definitely cool, and something I definitely want to try out someday. Like, we've got big cities, we've got forests, we've got mountains and seas. We've got the Baltic Sea, we've got the North Sea, we've got big rivers, lakes, everything, and all that in just such a small area. Like, if you compare it to like America, I mean, the US is pretty big, so that's not even a hard comparison to make, to say, oh, Germany is so small. But when you hear people of the United States talk about traveling and being like, oh, it's just a 6-hour drive, and like, for me and my parents, that's a lot. That's like, from here at home traveling over here, that's 6 hours of drive. And for us, that's a lot. For many Americans that I've heard talking, that's nothing to them, which is interesting. And with the region, and like, think of Hokkaido, which has been for the Sinnoh region, I think, and like, the entire island got used for the Pokemon region, so why not use the entirety of Germany as a Pokemon region? It would be so cool, especially if you work in the Grimm fairy tales and all the myths and legends we have, all the different landscapes Germany has to offer. It would be really interesting, and something that I would love to see one day. I haven't talked about the starters, but that's because I'm not sure about them. Maybe do something fairy tale related, like Grimm's fairy tale, like maybe a little wolf and a bear and I don't know, a fish. We've got a fairy tale with a fish that is magic, and the wife of the fisherman always wants more and more and more, and it's interesting. Like, I could definitely imagine the starters being based around the Grimm fairy tales. That's something where I would go. So yeah, those are my thoughts on how Germany as a Pokemon region could work. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Comment down below, where are you from? Could you imagine a Pokemon region based on that? Or is there already a Pokemon region based on where you live? Or what other regions of the world would you love to see as a Pokemon region? comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to follow me on my social media on Instagram and Twitter at CommanderNici, just like my channel name. And until I figure out what I can upload next, watch my other stuff. Bye.